All right, friends, welcome back. Just a refresh on our parent functions here. If you haven't already, make sure you put these down in your notebook so that you have those. Okay, let's go ahead and start on our next one. This is going to be graphing our cubic functions. Our cubic functions mean we're going to take our x and we're going to cube it, put it to the third power. So if, for example, I have, well, let's start with 0. If I put a 0 in here, for here, 0 to the third power is going to be 0. 1 to the third power is 1. 2 to the third power will be 8. Now, let's talk about -1. This is -1 to the third power, which means it's -1 times -1 times -1. -1 times -1 is +1 times -1. In this case, we are getting out a -1. Now, 2 to the third power is 8, but since it's negative, we're going to say -8, because again, we would have -2, -2, -2. -2 times -2, that's going to give us +4. Times -2, that gives us -8. So let's go ahead and graph this and see what it looks like. We go 0, 0, I always like to start with that one. Over 1, up 1, over 2, up 8. So that's a 3, 6, 7, 8, right up there. Over -1, down 1, over -2, down 2, 4, 6, -8. And so we get this thing that kind of looks like a upside down snake, a lengthwise, I missed the dot, don't do that. Kind of like a snake, little snake looking. So that is your parent function for cubes. Now let's talk about absolute value functions. I love these guys. Remember, absolute value is just how far away from 0 something is. So if we have, if we plug in 0 for here, that's going to be 0. 1 is going to be 1 and 2 is going to be 2. Now -1, the absolute value of -1 is +1 because it's still just one spot away from 0. -2, the absolute value of -2, that's going to be +2. So when we go to graph this guy, it's going to look like this. I call it the V shape because we go over 2 up 2, over -2 up 2, over -1 up, or over -2 up 2, over -1 up 1. Ugh. Okay, let's make sure I got that. This is our V shape. This is our fourth parent graph that we've been talking about. But for absolute value, this is what it looks like. So I look forward to explaining a few more of these parent graphs, parent functions to you, and how we're going to be translating them, because that's pretty exciting on how we can graph these really easily. All right, look forward to seeing you.